If you're not good at the sex, and here's your warning if you're cruising around with kids in the car, we're about to talk about the sex.
A little late.
My bad. If you're not good at it when you're an adult, who do you ask for help? Like, you're kind of getting experience, I guess, when you're younger and all, right? But if you don't have that experience at all, and you know you're not good at it, how do you improve?
I feel like there's got to be a book on it somewhere.
So here,
maybe a couple websites.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of books on how to play football.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm not playing in the NFL.
Nope. It's only one way to get better.
Right.
Practice.
All right, so here's the email that we got, and I'm hoping you guys join us. I know sometimes y'all get a little lazy late in the show to help us out. 1-855-BERT Show. You got lives and kids and work and stuff. All right, Bert. Well, first of all, the subject line is, how can I learn to be better at sex? Bert, I know that subject line would get your attention. LOL. Here's the history. I was a 24-year-old virgin. My boyfriend and I have been dating for 3 years. He has much more sexual experience than I do. He and I had sex for the first time about 4 weeks ago. It was really special. We're so connected. And I'm glad I waited. But I have no experience. He was/is my first boyfriend, and I've never done anything with anyone. So while he's making me very happy, she writes, if you know what I mean, I am completely clueless. I don't even know how to hold it and stuff.
Like she's giving it a handshake. Hello, nice to meet you.
I don't even know how to hold it and stuff. I'm trying to do the best I can, but I'm very insecure about it.
Don't flick it.
Don't what?
Don't flick it.
Has that happened?
I'm sure somebody has.
Oh, I thought that was coming from experience.
No.
Someone is just
Kristen had to learn the hard way.
Oh, man.
a flick.
Can you imagine? You just flick it.
I literally thought the worst possible thing you could do down there to get its attention would be to
Flick it.
You
You're
can
right.
do worse.
Yeah.
You think so?
Don't bite it. That's up there. Yeah. That definitely cracks the top 3.
For sure.
Yeah, it hurts.
For sure. So can you ask your listeners, how does one get better at this?
Don't sing into it like a microphone. Oh, that's number 2.
Well, at least you'd be holding it, so at least half of it's fine.
Yeah, that's true. You halfway home. Song choice is important.
What would be the worst karaoke song to do that to? Let's talk about sex, baby.
Short man.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Arms of the Angels comes to mind.
Yeah. So she says, so can you ask your listeners, how does one get better at this? I mean, if this was golf, I'd have to hire a coach, right? Good point. Do people even do this kind of thing for a living? Any porn I've watched just seems too advanced for me. Do friends teach each other how to do some things like I've seen in movies, like on a banana or something? I know this sounds really stupid, but how can someone get good at this quickly with no experience? 1-855-BERT. It's not a bad question.
Well, you do have a boyfriend that you could just, have sex with until you finally get good at it.
But she says she's all insecure about it. She don't even know how to hold the dang thing.
Get over it. I don't know.
I mean, practice like anything else. I think that is a part of it. She's going to get better at it as you continue to do it with your boyfriend. If you do have friends that you can lean on, I don't think it would hurt to ask them for some advice or some tips.
Yes, Kristen. Enthusiastically raising her hand with a smile.
Because I quickly Googled, are there classes you can take to get better at sex? And according to Self Magazine, here are 6 real classes you can take to get better at sex.
Okay.
Yeah. First is the Pleasure Chest.
Oh.
Is a feminist sex toy store with a well-trained staff ready to answer any and all questions. It's a shame-free environment where you can learn about everything from to and how to safely give yourself So there's that.
I'm gonna need you to be more specific.
Okay.
Again, we're beginners here.
Yeah.
So you go into like this group setting and they break out some stuff and they show you how to handle it?
It's a store called
Yeah.
Pleasure Chest. Yeah, and they have their staff is there to help educate you. Then next there's the O School. Not everyone lives where sex classes take place in real life, and that is where the O.School that's what makes the O.School so special. It's a live streaming platform for sex educators, coaches, and doctors that anyone with an internet connection can watch.
Hey, this isn't bad.
It's a pretty great resource to learn from some of the coolest educators in the business. And there's a wide range of experts. You can learn about topics including sex toy cleaning, pelvic floor health, sex with disabilities, and
So they will, what are you laughing at?
I'm just thinking to myself, I wonder if you could do this for men, but I think we have entirely too much ego to be in a class full of men like that.
So that is, I mean, you literally go on this website and they teach you different techniques
you
with
can
teachers.
sign up. Yeah, you can sign up with different classes with different educators.
What's the name of that one?
It's called O.School.
Okay.
O.School. Next is Babeland. Babeland is a fantastic resource for learning about sex. Their classes are located in New York City and Seattle. Tend to focus more on the basics of sexual exploration, like
That's what sounds like what she needs because she got zero experience.
Yeah, she doesn't know how to do or
And classes usually happen Thursdays and Fridays and are always free.
Free. This is something I want to pay for.
You don't sound right?
No, it doesn't.
You said those were in New York and Seattle?
Yeah, Babeland's in New York and Seattle. Then there's CourseHorse.com.
Hey, yo, turn it up.
Learn how to ride.
Yeah.
If you're in New York City, CourseHorse lists dozens of classes related to sex at locations all around the city. I took a class called How to Talk Dirty Without Cracking Up.
Save that.
Then there's the V.Club. This one's also in New York City. And then there's Love Honey on YouTube. So YouTube has quite a bit of ridiculous sex content that you're better off ignoring. But then there are good resources. And they say sex toy company Love Honey in particular makes some of the best sex education videos on the market.
Okay. So it sounds like there's two ones that are available there. Love Honey and what was the other one again?
O.School.
Okay. Hey, Steph, good morning. You're on the Bert Show. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking.
What you got?
So, I actually saw a porn star. I came across a video. I'm kind of old school, so it was Belladonna, if anybody knows that name. And let me tell you, you cannot tell me anything now. I'm the best you ever had, honey. But I learned everything I know from Belladonna.
So whenever you're in bed, you're always like, what would Belladonna do?
You have little wrist-like things when wristbands or bracelets. Here is, do I have this right? Carrington Lee. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. God, you sound happy.
She should be.
What's up?
Well, I called in because I used to teach a workshop on helping men and women and non-binary folks be more comfortable with handling certain anatomy parts or perfecting their skills, and also how to clean it in an erotic way, manscaping those parts, and what gravity helps with and what gravity fights against.
So this is like the most basic of the basic. And these sex workshops, people go on the weekends and they just sit there for 45 minutes or an hour and you teach them different techniques. And are you using videos or how is that working?
No, when we've held it in the past, it's been more like a spa day where there were free massages and manicures and pedicures, and then the workshop happened afterwards toward the end, and it was about a 90-minute long, and I would have a demo bottom that would be there, and I would perform on him and demonstrate. And the attendees had to bring an item or a toy that they felt comfortable with, that they knew that they could handle appropriately.
Gotcha.
Size-wise, length-wise, that kind of thing.
And this was legal?
Yes.
So, yeah, it's a live demonstration.
Am I the only person wondering what kind of sex you got to have to where gravity matters?
Well, as you see, it's not conducive when men are laying down in bed and a woman or a man has to bend their neck to do it. That's not helping gravity.
We talk
So
about
the optimum position is for a man to be standing, so that it has better access. A throat has better access.
You got it?
Okay.
All right, so really teaching technique. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yes.
And these workshops don't go on anymore, or you gave up on that?
Well, because of COVID, everything kind of.
COVID just really messed up a whole bunch of different things.
Stupid pandemic, making all of us bad at sex.
Well, thank you very much for your call. This has been an education.
It has.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you calling. Thank you. Did she say that she was like having sex in front of you?
Yeah, it was a live demonstration.
How about that? You better be real good at that. Right? Real good at that.
The Bert Show.